Dash coming to you today with another video from the road. So I wanted to talk to you today about a hot topic, because this is the time of year that I like to start talking more and more about shop and delivers, because it's the time of year that you're going to clean up if you have a good shop and delivery business, if you have the connections to get orders for shop and deliver, because this is the shopping season. Walmart, Spark, Instacart, you're going to see Christmas lists coming out. You want to get this optimized right now, because November and December can be huge months for you if you have things going correctly. So I want to talk about it. I want to give you some tips. I want to give you some things to think about, how you can get orders, things to understand. All of this, just things I've come to understand. I'm not saying all of it's right. I'm not saying all of it will work in every market, but I am just saying that these are the things you want to be thinking of when you're out here trying to make as much money in the gig economy. So guys, let's get into it. So first off, guys, what is a shop and deliver? You guys should already know this. These are orders that you're going to go into a store and you're going to not just pick up the order, but you've got to actually pay for the item. You got to pick the items, pay for the items, and then you take it and you deliver it to the customer. These happen to pay a lot more because customers really can connect the value of you getting out of your car and actually doing a little bit more than just walking into the restaurant, picking a bag of food up and putting it in a hot bag. So customers really do connect with the fact that they're paying someone to do something that they would be doing, a laborious act that they're saying, hey, I'm going to pay my proxy replacement, fill in the blank, Dasher, driver, Instacarter, and that person is going to be doing the hard work. They're going to be doing the labor. So they tend to come in and tip a little bit stronger. They tend to be willing to tip better on these things. Now, the thing is, a lot of drivers out here are a little bit gun shy, I think, sometimes when it comes to shop and deliver offers, because there's a little bit more to it than just walking in and saying, hey, I'm here for this order. You've got to learn your store. You've got to be able to find the items. You've got to sometimes interact with the customer. So there's a customer service aspect where an item might be out and you've got to be able to talk to that customer, find an adequate substitution, and manage sometimes customers that get impatient. Sometimes customers aren't friendly. You've got to have that customer service side where you have the patience to deal with your customer. All at the same time, most of these shop and deliver apps have the ability to adjust the tip after the fact. So we're going to get into what I think are the top 3 shop and deliver apps right now, in my opinion. The first one at the top of my list is Spark. I love Spark shop and delivers. And I'll tell you why. Number 1, they pay well. Number 2, they lay out the store well. They give you coordinates to get exactly to an item. So there's none of these come into an aisle and you got this big aisle and you're looking and they're like, hey, go find this needle in a haystack product. They give you the ability to find the section, and then they call it a modular number, which they have added to their shelving. And you can literally go right into it and start from the top and go right to that number. And there the product is. And sometimes, as all shelves are, sometimes things can get moved. But I can go to a Spark shop, even a 50 item shop. I can get them done in 30 to 40 minutes. And if the pay is right, if I've mapped the pay, the miles, the travel time, I can really move those fast and I can make a lot of money doing Sparks. The second, and this might shock you when I do this, the second one I prefer is DoorDash, actually. DoorDash has done a great job of mapping, in my opinion. I really like the mapping. I feel like at the time being, the money, specifically the ones I'm going to refer to, is I like the Dollar General shops. They tend to be easy, like candy bars, and you can get in and out and make money on those. I like going to Wise Market for DoorDash. They have that store mapped out really, really well. I've done a couple for Aldi. Not bad. I just don't like the fact you have to bag and you have to do all of that. So a lot, and I don't get a lot of Aldis in my area. They're all on Instacart. And then the third one is actually, in my opinion, Shipt. And that's because Shipt does it right. Shipt doesn't show you a tip. They allow the tip to come in afterwards, and most ship customers are going to tip their last driver on their next order. So there is a little bit of time in between, but what Ship does is they actually pay an adequate base pay. You can get as much as $20, sometimes $30 on an order for base pay wise, and then Shipped is going to come in and recommend to the customer a certain tip, normally 15, 20, 30%. Now, if you can master Shipped, if you can really get in with the customer service and talking to the customer, they value a lot of the customer of Ship. One of the things Ship does is they actually make the customer do an upfront investment in the service. You have to pay to use that service. It's not free. They're paying a yearly or a monthly subscription fee to get involved. So right there, the fact that they're paying that tells you have a paying customer. You have a customer that is investing in the experience that they're going to have. And then I would say, if I had to do an honorable mention, Instacart, of course. They have the biggest volume out here for shop and delivers. I have them, and I keep them going all day long, looking and seeing if there's opportunities. Now, the big things you want to do with shop and delivers, especially on the Spark side, is what I have noticed, at least, is Spark shop and delivers kind of go in and kind of ebb and flow with two things: staffing levels, and in my area they've added late night express orders. So between 8 and 10, they will have sometimes 3, 4, 5 shop and delivers available. I have a Walmart right near my house. I'll turn the app on, and sometimes I can make an easy $50 to $100 between 8 and 10, depending on the size of the shops, depending on the amount of the tips, and they're easy, low mile, very reasonable shops. And I really enjoy that experience with Spark, as I already noted. But those are the two factors you want to take a look at. Look around your store. If your Walmarts will advertise that service, where it's called late night express deliveries, and normally they don't have the pickers available because they've already gone home, so they need Spark drivers to do it. Now, what I've also found is if you notice that a store has put out a shop to you, go back to that store next. What I have found when I've gotten on a good roll with shops is particular stores will have staffing issues where they're not able to have enough shoppers to shop all their orders. So they'll start pushing them to shop and deliveries, specifically on express orders where they're needing these orders to be picked quickly. So if you pick up on that, go back to that store, start heading back in the direction of that store, and if they're in need of shoppers, you will start seeing shops come to your phone, and you'll be in a position to grab them up, go in and shop them. And again, one of the things on the Spark app in particular, I like the control you have when you're doing a shop, because a lot of times you can be sitting there while you're waiting for your order to get picked, and that can be very frustrating as you're sitting in the back lot of a Walmart for 20, 30 minutes waiting as your order net value now deteriorates, and you're like, okay, this order that I thought I could move, in 20 or 30 minutes, I'm still sitting at the Walmart waiting for it to get delivered. Whereas if you're shopping the order and you take the time to know your store, you take the time to get to know how the Walmart app or the Spark app works, you can really move it fast. So that brings me to my next tip for you to get ready. So, but anyways, we've identified how you're going to find them. Now what I would recommend you've got to do, the second thing you want to do is you want to get to know your stores. That is a mistake a lot of shoppers make, is they spread themselves too thin. If you're going to become a shopper, one of the things you want to do is you want to become aware of your store. You want to understand your store's layout, and you're going to either do that one of two ways: either shop the same store a lot, or there is a hack, and this hack is download the store's app. I have all of the stores that I shop at. Anytime I go to shop a store, the first thing I will do when I arrive at the store is I download their app if I don't already have it on my phone, and I keep a folder with that store in it. Now, I use Android, so I can pull things up in split screen. If you have an iPhone, you could just pull the store app up, but you want to have that there, because I can tell you that a lot of stores, particularly Martin's, they will have items that they will not have a specific location or aisle for. So, and it's just the laziness of the app sometimes. So if you can go in and put that item in, it will give you the aisle, sometimes give you the coordinates to get to that item, and it can help you find it faster. I can't tell you how many times I've been sitting there in an app and I'm looking around and it says pantry. And I'm like, well, where the hell's the pantry at? And then I go in and I click it in the Martin app and it says, oh, it's aisle, G2. And I'm like, oh, okay. And I walk over there to G2 and there's the item and I find it. Easy peasy, no problem. If I would have sat there trying to walk around the store figuring out what they meant by pantry, and I realized pantry is kind of a catch-all for they don't know what aisle it is, so they're just going to simply tell you it's in the pantry. The next thing you want to do when it comes to shop and delivers is get yourself some bags. Get yourself some bags. If you're going to really be serious about shop and deliver, get yourself a little cart as well. But getting good bags, catering bags work very, very well. That helps enormously when you have bags to carry up to a customer's house, because again, every minute counts. You just done a long shop, you've just driven to their house. You don't want to spend 20 minutes at the house unloading a car in a customer's driveway for a multitude of reasons. Number one, that customer's watching you probably from their window if they're not outside at their door and they're like, okay, here we go. And two, the quicker you can get on to your next order, the quicker you can get on to making your money and get on and book that order and keep that order value intact. So you want to be in a position to be able to deliver those groceries to their front door easily and efficiently, and protecting the product and making sure you have the best presentation possible. I use my catering bags. I use my Grub Hub's pizza bag is fantastic to put like waters in and heavy items like say cases of soda. It helps protect your back. It helps make sure you're not going to end up you're equally dispensing the weight. So you can hold the bag up just like this and carry it right up to their house, slide it out right on the floor, and it will help you to be able to carry multiple things, multiple items. You want to also make sure you're protecting the temperature sensitive items like meats, frozen foods. Customers don't want to see you pulling up and pulling things out of your back seat. You can also, if you're a Spark driver and you're taking grocery delivery orders from Spark itself, you can have those bags set up in your trunk, and if you ask the individuals loading your car, they will load your groceries right into those bags for you. It helps make your Spark drop-offs easy, efficient, and quick. So get yourself some good bags. Even if you're not a catering order driver, catering bags are fantastic for this. Get yourself a solid, sturdy catering bag, or maybe 2 of them or 3 of them, and that way you have them and you can set them up across your back seat. It also protects your car too from spills or issues or anything like that. So if you get all of these 3 things going, guys, you identify your ebbs and flows, you identify the stores that are going to have that are available. You get in position for those. You've got your apps lined up. Then you download the store apps, or you start shopping and walking around and learn your stores. And then you also get good equipment. You can make a successful shop and delivery business, and you will make more money than you think you can make doing, especially if you're just a food delivery driver right now. You're going to find that the payouts are better, the tips are better, the cash flow is better, and you can really, when you get things rolling on a particular day, sometimes you can make what you would make in 20 food deliveries in 5 shops, especially if you start to provide a solid quality experience. And if you've got good customer service skills, if you're somebody who can build relationships, you can really build a successful business. That is another reason why I like the Shipped app, is it allows you to build those relationships. It allows customers to flag you. It allows you to flag customers, and it allows you to interact with people that like you. It allows you to put notes in the app in terms of what your customers like. So if you are somebody who has a passion for shopping, who likes the shopping experience, who clicks with this, it's something you can really start building around, and you can build with these customers. And you'll see these customers will use multiple apps as well, as they will jump as many customers do from deal to deal. Anyways, guys, hopefully you found this helpful. It's that time of year. Get prepared, get things downloaded, start preparing yourself, This November, December can be big times for these apps, for shops, for package deliveries, because all of them kind of have a variation of options available to their drivers. And if you get these things rolling for you guys, you will absolutely maximize your earnings out here in the gig economy. So I appreciate you guys watching today, guys. And as always, stay safe, stay profitable. Dad Dash will talk.